Hi, my name is Heather Little, and I'm doing my final research project on Death with Dignity Act for Communications 101, and here's my crowd.
Okay. John, Jake, come on out of the kitchen, you guys. You need to come over here on the couch with me. Okay. Okay. Oop. And let's see. Here's Heather again. Sorry for the circle. I'm going to sit down over here. All right. Jake. Okay. Ready? Go.
Since 1997, Oregon has had a law known as the Death with Dignity Act. This act allows for a terminally ill patient to request medication from their physician that will help them die in a peaceful and dignified manner. Washington followed this law in 2008, and then Montana, New Mexico, and Vermont became the third, fourth, and fifth states to offer death with dignity in 2013. While there are many arguments both for and against the concept of assisted suicide, I believe that the merits of having this benefit available to terminally ill patients far outweigh the opposition. There are a significant number of safeguards in place as part of the Death with Dignity Act to prevent misuse and protect patients. Patients requesting death with dignity medication must be residents of one of the states that allow for death with dignity. They must be at least 18 years of age, and their life expectancy with their illness must be 6 months or less. This expectancy must be independently verified by at least 2 different physicians. 2 physicians must also be able to confirm the mental competence of the patient before the request must be made, and they must be informed of all their options available to them. 3 requests must be made, 2 oral and 1 written request, with a waiting period between each request. After making an oral request, the patient must wait 15 days before making their next request. And after their written request, the patient must wait 48 hours before the prescription may be given. And finally, the patient may change their mind at any point during the process. It is clear to see that these preventative restrictions are well thought out and allow the patient enough time to think through their decision. One of the most important things to remember is that the quality of life is sometimes more important than the length of life, and there are some pains that simply cannot be managed with palliative care. In Oregon, in 2013, 86% of individuals who used the state's Dying with Dignity legislation were enrolled in a hospice program that was already treating them for the unmanageable pain that they had. It has been long known that there is some suffering that only death can ease. The largest number of opponents to the Death with Dignity Act come mostly from religious pasts and institutions that firmly believe that any manner of ending your own life is against the will of God and a morally bankrupting decision. Death with Dignity laws, however, offer dying individuals an opportunity to ponder an important final life question: what is the meaning of my life? For many, this is a profoundly spiritual question, and answers come not when an individual is consumed by a flurry of doctor's appointments, treatments, or tests, but in the comfort of solitude when an individual feels at peace. Because of the availability of death with dignity to the patient, they can often find peace in the knowledge that they are in control of their own life and also their death. Probably the most famous and recent uses of the act was by a 29-year-old woman with brain cancer, Brittany Maynard. Her decision seemed to spark the debate anew, especially after she got her prescription. She waited until she felt the time was right to end her life. But eventually, on November 3rd of 2014, she decided that the time was right and the pain was too great, and she took advantage of her right with death with dignity. I believe that one of the most important things that came from Miss Maynard was the nation got to see how much courage it took for someone to take such a momentous decision. Her story showed the world that death with dignity could be the right choice. She made the decision fully in her right mind, in view of the public, and made the world applaud her courage and accept the rightness of that decision. In conclusion, I feel that we need to push every state to adopt the right for individuals to end their own life in this manner. I find that the safeguards are enough to keep the system from being abused, and the benefits to the terminally ill are too great that we should not make them live with the persistent, incurable pain just for the sake of adding on days to their life that they do not wish to live. I can only hope that if I'm ever in such a situation, I will be living in a place that at least offers me the option of deciding how I choose to fight my own battle for who else really deserves the right to choose.
Very good.
It was really good.